In my contacts list, I can see here that I have the surname, the first name, company, business phone, etc. But I may decide that another piece of information is really important to me and I want to display it here without having to open up the individual record to have a look at it. Now this demonstrates another very important and powerful tool in SharePoint, which is called the list view. So this particular list view shows only these columns and nothing else. The other columns exist, but they're not shown in the view. I could create my own view or I could modify the existing one. If I click on the list tab, I can see I have the ability to create a view here, but I also have the ability to modify the existing view. Now, when SharePoint created this app, it created this all contacts view, and it's called allitems.aspx. It created it by default and decided that these columns here were the ones that it wanted to display. It also decided that they should be displayed in this particular order. But if I decide I really want the city that the contact lives in to be displayed, I would tick the box here to make sure that city is displayed. And I can change the sort order as well. If, for example, I wanted it to be displayed third from the left. And you'll see that all of these numbers now dynamically change to incorporate the fact that I've changed the sort order here. So I'll have attachments, last name, city, and then first name. That's maybe a bit counterintuitive. I'll change city to fourth in the list. Views have a number of other things that you can do with them, and we'll get into those in more detail later. But you can see here I have the ability to choose if I want this view to be sorted automatically or filtered. There's also a number of other options here that are much more for advanced users, so we'll get into those in another video. For now, I'll just press OK, and you'll see here that the city field is now displayed. So if I want to edit this item, or I'll edit the list as a whole actually, and I'll stop editing the list. The city field is now displayed in this particular view, and it's also been displayed in the location in the view that I want. And I can now sort and filter if I want as well. I can filter only contacts that are based in New York, for example. If there are other views that exist, they will not be affected by this, and you can have many, many views for each particular list, depending on who's viewing the list, or it can show you different information based on the view. So this is a very, very powerful tool, and we'll get into more detail about this in later videos.